There'll be a lot of new head coaches on the sidelines, with Nick Saban retiring from coaching and Jim Harbaugh leaving for the NFL, winning the national championship at his alma mater, Michigan. Not only are there a lot of coaching changes, but schools are changing conferences as well. You got the ACC, Big 12, Big 10, and SEC all seeing multiple schools join their conferences this year. And how could we forget about the college football playoff? It's going to be expanding to 12 teams this year, where the field will consist of the top 5 conference champions, followed by 7 at-large teams. And so with us being so close to the college football season, we've got some burning questions as we embark on kickoff, including the new 12-team playoff. 8 more teams get a shot at the national championship, with the fun beginning on December 20th. So this is where we begin Barrie's burning questions. Heather, I begin with this one. How will the 12-team playoff impact the season?
Couple things, Matt. First, conference championship races are going to matter even more because, as you mentioned, the 5 highest-ranked conference champions are guaranteed a spot in this thing. That means what happened to Florida State last year, an undefeated Power 5 conference champion being excluded, will not happen again. Also, fans are going to get a first-round home game. That is amazing. They're going to love it so much. And finally, it's going to open the door for really good teams who didn't have a chance or a path before or needed a miracle to get one.
Okay, Harry, for you, how will the 12-team college football playoff impact the season?
Well, I would say this, first and foremost, I know a lot of people probably think that college football is going to be different from a competitive standpoint. That's not true. I would tell you to pay attention to college football a lot more. Matt Barrie, you understand that as well. But what Heather just mentioned lastly is that now if you have 2 losses or potentially 3 losses, you feel like you have a chance if you get in the dance. To hoist that trophy up and be college football national champions is still in the reach or arm's reach for you in your program. So I think you're going to get the rivalry games. You're going to get the big game matchups. You're going to still have that competitive nature between those 2 teams.
I'll tell you this, teams that were 9-2 going into the last week of the season, you win to go 10-2 now in the 12-team format, your playoff dreams are alive. I think it's going to be fascinating to watch, especially in late November. All right, very burning question number 2. With the addition of 8 more teams in the playoff, Heather, who will go from sleeper to the college football playoff?
I'm going with Penn State, Matt, because when you look at the Nittany Lions, they had previously a really tough road because they were in the Big Ten East. They had to beat Ohio State and Michigan. They don't have to do that anymore. Big Ten scrap divisions. They still have to play Ohio State. They don't face Michigan this year. This is a top 10 team that can get there if they can get that running game going.
Everyone scrap divisions. We say it all the time. Penn State's perennially 10-2. They can't get by the 2 they need to. They may not have to anymore to get to the college football playoff. What about you, Harry?
I'm going to go with Ole Miss. We know we're going to get something from Lane Kiffin from a tweet or something he says in a press conference, but I'm looking at his quarterback in Jackson Dart. I think he has a amazing transfer in Juice Wells to add to Trey Harris and also Jordan Watkins at the wide receiver position. But we also know when it comes to transfer portal and bringing these guys in, Ole Miss has the top university and the top program in doing so.
You ready for my sleeper, who I think can get to the college football playoff?
Up to me.
Coming out of the ACC, Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's got a great young quarterback in Kyron Jones. They also have a very favorable schedule. They open the season on August 31st. They travel to Vanderbilt and begin ACC play on September 27th at Miami. And according to the analytics, the Hokies have the 2nd easiest strength of schedule in the ACC. Give me the Hokies as a surprise entrance into the college football playoff. Okay, Barrie's burning question, the next one for today. It's the way of the world in college football, the portal. Heather, burning question. Which transfer portal quarterback will have the biggest immediate impact?
I'm going with Riley Leonard at Notre Dame. He came from Duke. He was banged up there, but Notre Dame has the pieces in place if Riley Leonard can have the kind of success they need him to get to the college football playoff and host a first-round game. The defense is outstanding, and Leonard adds a running dimension to the team. Look back to 2022, his sophomore season, almost 700 yards on the ground, 13 rushing touchdowns. He'll be a big piece of the puzzle for them and their CFP hopes.
Harry, give me a quarterback you like.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Oregon's Dylan Gabriel. Last year at Oklahoma, he was 9th in passing yards in college football, 30 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, but completed 69% of his passes. I'm looking at the pass catchers that he has right now at Oregon, transfer from Texas A&M, Evan Stewart. You have Tez Johnson coming back and also Trayshawn Holden. Dylan Gabriel also rushed for 12 touchdowns last season. Don't sleep on him.
Yeah,
uniform.
It'll be interesting to see, too, how that offense translates over into the Big Ten with Oregon being loaded all over the place with skill position players.
Yep.
There's something about the ACC with me today. Watch out for Cam Ward at Miami.
I like that one, too.
Cam Ward at Miami. Look, he's one of those players that came from Washington State. He's electric. We know Mario Cristobal needed a quarterback. He was a quarterback away a year ago in terms of talent. Can Cam Ward be the quarterback that gets Cristobal over the hump year 3 in Miami?
Give me something.